Welcome. Take a gentle breath and allow yourself to arrive fully in this moment. Today I invite you into a sacred threshold, the living field of a teaching that is not merely meant to be read, but to be lived, experienced, and embodied. The book Spiritual Self-Help for More Joy, Happiness, and Success in Life is not simply guidance for improving outer circumstances. It is a path of inner alignment, a return to harmony, a remembering of your true nature as a conscious participant in life. This teaching exists for one essential reason: to help you take your life into your own hands, not through force but through awareness, not through struggle but through alignment with the deeper laws of existence. At its heart, this book reveals a simple but profound truth. Life unfolds according to harmony, and suffering appears wherever harmony is lost. Harmony between body, mind, soul, and spirit. Harmony between the individual and the greater order of creation. Harmony between intention and action. Harmony between inner truth and lived reality. The deeper purpose of this work is therefore not improvement but restoration. Restoration of balance, restoration of clarity, restoration of your natural state of wholeness. As you move into the field of this teaching, you begin to perceive life differently. You discover that health is not merely the absence of illness, but the presence of inner order. You discover that healing is not something imposed from outside, but a self-organizing intelligence within you that restores balance when blockages dissolve. You discover that success is not the result of pressure, but the natural expression of inner harmony. You discover that happiness is not something to chase, but something that emerges when the elements of your being are in equilibrium. Gradually a new perception arises. Everything in life, every challenge, every relationship, every crisis, becomes part of a process of maturation. Life is not random, life is initiatory. Each experience invites you to grow, to balance, to integrate, and to awaken. Within this initiatory path contained in this book, the journey unfolds in three great movements. First, understanding life itself, its fundamental themes, its laws, its patterns, its deeper meaning. You learn to see health, abundance, success, relationships, purpose and happiness, not as separate topics, but as interconnected expressions of harmony. Second, you encounter the challenges that shape human experience. Stress, fear, loss, trauma, conflict, exhaustion, imbalance. These are not enemies but signals. They are messages from life indicating where harmony has been disturbed and where consciousness must expand. Third, the teaching becomes practical and experiential through meditation. Meditation for purification, meditation for strengthening, meditation for healing, meditation for transformation, meditation for personal development, and meditation for the good of all beings. Through these practices, knowledge becomes lived experience. Understanding becomes inner change. This path reveals several key principles that form the foundation of conscious living. You are not a passive victim of circumstances. You are a participant in creation. You are not merely reacting to life. You can learn to live proactively, consciously shaping your direction. You are not defined by conditioning, beliefs, or past experiences. These can be transformed. You are not separate from the greater order of existence. You are a part of a living unity that connects microcosm and macrocosm. You are not powerless, you are self-regulating, self-healing, an evolving being. And perhaps most importantly, you are here for a reason. Your life carries meaning, your experiences carry lessons, your path carries purpose. As you engage with this work, certain inner experiences may begin to rise, a growing sense of responsibility for your own life, a clearer perception of the connections between thoughts, emotions, behavior and circumstances, a gradual release of old patterns that once seemed fixed, an increasing inner calm even in the midst of outer complexity, a renewed vitality as energy begins to flow more freely, a deeper intuition guiding decisions and direction. And perhaps most transformative of all, a quiet recognition that life is meaningful, purposeful and guided by an intelligent order. Why are these teachings especially relevant today? Because modern life has become fragmented. Speed has replaced presence, information has replaced wisdom, stimulation has replaced meaning, performance has replaced harmony. Many people feel exhausted, disconnected, overwhelmed, and directionless. This teaching restores the human center. It reminds us that technology cannot replace consciousness, that external success cannot compensate for inner imbalance, that true well-being begins within. It offers a way to live consciously in a complex world without losing one's essence. Who is this book for? It is for those who feel that life must hold deeper meaning, for those who sense that their struggles are invitations to grow, for those who want to heal not only symptoms but causes, for those who want to live with clarity, responsibility, and inner strength, for seekers who are ready to move from dependence to self-mastery, for anyone who wishes not merely to survive, but to live in harmony, purpose, and conscious evolution. Ultimately, this book supports awakening by teaching you to recognize the laws that govern life and to align yourself with them. It supports inner mastery by showing how thoughts, emotions, energy, and action form one unified system. It supports conscious evolution by guiding you step by step into greater awareness, responsibility, and integration. It is not a philosophy, it is a path of remembering who you are, a path of restoring balance, a path of becoming a conscious co-creator of your life. If you feel resonance with this teaching, allow yourself to go deeper. Read the book and enter its living field fully. If you wish to receive structured initiatory training, continue your journey through the teachings of four mystics. And if your soul calls for a committed path of spiritual development and inner mastery, you are welcome to walk further within the Ordo Mysticus. The path is open, walk it consciously. In love, light and service, I am Ray del Sol.